Hello there racers and welcome back to the channel. It has been a little while since we've had just a recording up of a race that we've done, and we've got an absolute cracker for you with a Kyalami LFM low fuel motorsports lobby. This was done a fair few months back now. I've got a lot of recordings ready to go, however I've only just figured out how to pause and unpause OBS. Now if you guys have got any better editors out there, any suggestions, please comment down below and let me know, because I seriously need one, because this high-tech unpausing of recordings isn't the most ideal way. So you join us at Kyalami, like I said before, and we're with our friend Alex Brooker, or Andrew Brooker, in the Angry Beetle up ahead in the yellow and black, and for all intensive purposes we're only interested in beating one car on track, and that is Brooker Gaming. He's a top guy, he's got a really good channel. It is Brooker 0013 Gaming. Go check that out, the link will be in my description, and it's just great to be able to give you boys and racers and everyone that supported throughout the last Super Sprint season just a bit of content going up. Again, we've got a lot of recordings from Rainmeister, Sim Grids and other stuff we've done, but I wanted to chuck it up there and get one out this weekend, this week rather, and show you what happens when the racing's fair. You give each other the room to race, and when you're in the lobby with one of your pals basically. So yeah, again, we're just interested in beating one car on track, and that again is the Angry Beetle of Brooker Gaming. He's a top bloke, do check him out, and just a big thank you. So let's get round to the start of the race. Just as about to get going here, just rounding the final couple of corners. This is on board with Alex Brooker. I spoke to him in the Discord. I said it was pretty cool to use this recording. However, he's probably not going to thank me at the end of it with the result, but we'll see how it plays. It's a fantastic race, and yeah, give this guy a follow in his Angry Beetle. Thank you, boys. Let's get going. Okay guys, we're nearing the start of this one. We're heading up onto the start-finish to start the first lap of the LFM at Kyalami a few months back. We're just trying to keep it clean, have a clean first lap, no damage. Let's get into the race. Try and stick as close to that Beetle as humanly possible. And we'll lights out and away we go. Now it's pick your poison on which side you're going here, but thankfully the BM does have a bit more straight line at the minute due to the latest patch. It doesn't anymore. But anyway, we picked down the inside, and it's a bit of a lottery of what everyone else is going to do, but you can see we're taking it pretty easy, pretty calm at the minute. Turn 1 seems to be navigated, no damage, fantastic. And we are on the outside here. We managed to go through car on the right hand side there, sideways, which I think Brooker had to come off a little bit, but at the minute, a little bit of overstep there, steer rather. We are side by side, and there is an Angry Beetle up the right hand side of us here, so we're going to have to be brave and try and hold it around the outside. Well, a little bit of understeer there, and Brooker's got the jump, but we had made up a couple of positions there due to a couple of cars making contact and whatnot. Yeah, so the idea now is to try and stick as close to that Porsche as possible. We do have Kingston behind us as well, who I messaged after the race. We had a fantastic ending to this one. It was as close as you like, and I hope you stick with us to see the end result of that one, because you're not going to see a closer finish to a race really. So again, coming up onto, we'll just call it Sector 3. The boot at the top rather, and we are on the back of Brooker now, but everyone's sort of slipstreaming at the minute, so it's just a case of trying to keep with the guys in front. And again, no damage. There is a pit stop involved with this one. You can take tyres, I believe. No refueling, I'm not sure, there may have been refueling, but I know there was definitely a tyre option in there. So yeah, lap 1 down at the minute, or rather, that is a bugger, that corner is, the big sausage curve on it. When you get it right, it's fantastic. You get it wrong, and you're going for a ride. Bit of understeer from Brooker in front of us there. But yeah, lap 1 down, and pretty successfully navigated. You know, we've gained a few places. I believe Brooker's 7th ranked in this lobby, and I'm like 9th ranked in this lobby. We started a couple of positions back from there, so we've got a little bit of making up to do. Into turn 1 now. Brooker good on the brakes there as well. It was fantastic in the middle sector too. Just catching that bloody thing. Was suffering from understeer with full neg toe at the front and just couldn't hook it up. But you know, you need some talent to be able to also drive it too, and we were definitely lacking that. So yeah, lap 2 now. Coming up onto turn 4. So I'm getting a bit of a wash, especially sort of in the draft of here, but give the action as and when it comes. But yeah, not the ideal line through there either for us. And we have caught, the pack is bunching up behind now, so it's the moves are on. A little bit of oversteer, a bit of correction there. The TC change, I'm not too sure through that section. But yeah, just a massive thank you to everyone that joined us through the Super Sprint season. Didn't have the best of results, I guess. We got a couple of seconds, couple of thirds. We did win the championship, but little hollow to me, you know, because the bloke that comes second. However, if if he would have attended all the races, he missed one, he'd have probably won the championship. So I guess you've got to be in it to win it. But I'm just glad that we managed to bring the championship home, I guess, for the team, and also Sean Freeman, who had his first podium. So this is it, lap 2, and we probably nearly white Brooker out there, and we do lose a position over it too. So not the fantastic breaks into that one. And again, Kingston behind us in the 488. Fantastic drive. But yeah, going up onto the lap number 2. Lap 3 now, and the Porsche in front of us that managed to overtake us. He's a little wide into this section, and he goes for a lift off here, which we were kind of lucky to avoid him. But again, we've now got Brooker in our sight, so you know we've got something to aim for. But it's no easy feat. Everyone in this lobby, especially towards the sharp end of the grid, is super fast. So it is not going to be easy to gain time on them. So we're waiting for them to sort of squabble and lose a bit of time to each other. But they're side by side ahead now, and this is really our chance to make up some ground on those boys. We'll see what Brooker does. He's side by side with the Aston up in front. It's Brooker. Has he made it stick? He has. He went round the inside, outside of him, and big balls time. If you're, a wise man once said, if you don't longer go for a gap. We're on Brooker now, lifting off a little bit. The last thing we want to do is it's our friend in the lobby. Well, it's anybody in the lobby, really. And Brooker with some cheeky indicators there just to say thank you, for you know, giving him the line. There's no point squabbling at this early stage between us. We need to sort of get a move on here and try and catch the pack ahead. So yeah, lap number 3. Let's head off into some more action. Just coming into the last sector now at the end of the boot, shall we say, into sector 3, and the Audi ahead's made a bit of a mistake here, onto the grass. This is for position 2, and we really want to try to stick with Brooker here. The Audi's got a fantastic drive off, but not obviously an ideal line off there, and we do manage to keep that, overtake that position along with Brooker there too, so another position down, another position gained. A big bunch of cars up ahead all fighting too, so here's my dirt moment. This is not how you take the sausage curves. Hit it wrong, lucky not to spin the car or you know, smash it, but I believe we've lost a few positions there. The Audi and the 488 are both through on us, so we've got some work to do basically. Halfway through lap number 6 now, and they're battling hard up ahead. We're a couple of positions back from this, but this is on board with Brooker Gaming. And these boys are side by side. There's some hard battling here, a bit of door contact, I believe, too. Yeah, they're definitely fighting hard, and just a few from Brooker's perspective, we're a little further down the road. We could see this happening. But all the while, this is sort of bringing us back into contention here. We get a good drive out of here. BMW, I think, just about holds on to it. Brooker needs to get back in the slipstream there, but yeah, some hard racing going on up ahead. It's great to give you a different perspective from it. We're having a good look through here. Looks like he's going for the move too. BMW just about cuts off. That's pretty close by them all, but it has allowed us to catch back up with the pack here. So Brooker with the Audi on the inside there too. Not an ideal line through this section. Holds on. Good move, and the BMW comes into the pit. Back with me. As you can sort of see from my view, with them being side by side with each other, it's now pick your poison for me. Which way am I going to go? And it's brought us all back fairly close together now. So it's going to be a bit of a slipstream party with Brooker being the front of this one. Try and duck him behind the 488. The 488's had the same idea on the Audi too, so we're just battling now to try and get the draft of each other. I don't want to take it free wide down the inside, so try and give the Audi a go with that draft. It's a little far off, but we have braked super late. Which I think we've got a good drive off that corner as well, which the 488 just about misses out, so we are back behind Brooker Gaming at the end of lap 7 or 8. So it's all still for play for, and some great driving throughout the field here. But again, we're behind that angry beetle up front, and it's not an easy place to be in the draft, rather. Just losing out on the braking there. Yeah, Brooker with his sights set on the Audi in front, washed a bit wide there too. And this is where the Porsche really comes into its own through these last couple of sections here. It's definitely quick. A bit wide through there, and I've got Kingston all over the back end of us, and I think we're going to have to go defensive here. It's definitely got the run on us, so we're going to have to go hold the inside line here into the boot, sector 3. We do get a bit of a kick of oversteer here, which hasn't helped our cause, and the 488's just lifted off a second, but I think put the indicators on there just to say, you know, sorry about that now. And he's acknowledged that too, so back with the action. Coming up on the back end of lap number 10 now, and this is not what you want to see when you're only racing hard. That's a car backwards facing. Does a good job to get out of the way though, so, you know, props to him, but yeah, that'll certainly put your heart in your mouth when you're hard racing, especially for position. And we've both got through there relatively unscathed, so. Lap 10. Same lap number 10, and we're coming up on through turn 5. And yeah, Brooker actually gets caught out, bad speed difference here. The Lambo in front, I think, struggling a bit with maybe front end damage, and Brooker's had to take evasive action there. I think he covers the inside here, or he's maybe just giving the Lambo a look. I'd like to think he was giving the Lambo a look, but he's likely just covered off any attack from behind there. And it looks like he's got the run on in him here too, so he's going to try round the outside, which isn't favourable. Onto the brakes. I think he's going to duck in again. Pretty close here to us, but we managed to avoid each other again, just about. And then again with the indicators there, just to say thank you for not wiping him out, I believe. But yeah, good hard racing by us all. We're all pretty close at this point together. It's definitely pack racing at its best, but they've both gone wide now. I think Brooker's followed the Lamborghini braking point there. We've managed to get Brooker on the exit, side by side with the Lambo here. Nowhere to go. Gives the position up, and we've managed to take 2 positions in relatively quick succession. Let's have a little look what that looked like from a different perspective. Just coming into the braking zone of the boot now, up towards the top. And this is pack racing at its absolute best. All 4 of us at the minute, maybe, you know, arguably 5 of us, however, one is a blue flag, I believe that is. But, you know, as close as you like when it comes to racing, absolutely fantastic fun when you can, you know, put that trust in one another too. And again, they don't just go a bit deep into the corner of that one. Managed to hit the apex, get the drive out of it, and it is side by side with the Lambo into the extremely dangerous sausage section. Managed to get that done. I believe the Lambo does come in maybe to fix his damage, but again it has released both myself, Brooker, and Kingston behind in the 488. Back to the action. So lap number 12 now of a 28 lap race, and we are struggling for grip, but these 2 are back markers. We're getting blue flags, and I know I put the indicator on there as well just to tell Brooker I am coming in now. Don't want to lose any more time behind these 2, see if we can make some more time up on the cars ahead. So into the pit, lap 20. So I actually dive into the pit at the end of lap 13 rather, and you can see with the indicator on there, a little bit easier to sort of navigate where I'm going. Releases Brooker, but again these 2 ahead are battling for position. I know it was like P18, P17, however they are for position, so you know they've got every right to sort of to fight. Let's see, I think it does slow Brooker down somewhat as he's coming through, especially I think turn number 2 and turn 4. He definitely loses a little bit of time. And this is now the battle at the pit stops, basically, to have everything spot on and right, so the less time he loses with this, it's not easy to navigate, not knowing what the cars are going to do. And does lose the back end there, does well to save it too. But yeah, coming up on the back of the McLaren now. And coming into turn 4, we'll call it. And again, they were fighting for position, a pair of them, so you know, they've got their own race going on. But you can tell that yeah, he's had to come out of that one too. But he's definitely lost some time as Brooker throughout these laps, trying to work his way through the traffic. I think if you just look in the rear view there, I think even the McLaren stepped sideways and it's gone itself. So it's pretty tricky at this point. It's really tough on the tyres, but yeah, Brooker just fighting his way through the traffic now. End of lap 15 now, and Brooker dives into the pit. You can see just on the delta on the left-hand side, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's six cars between us at this point, you know. Granted, some of them do need to pit, but yeah. End of lap 16, Brooker's in the pits. See where we are on track. You'll have to forgive me with my lap count. It was end of lap 15, but it is what it is. Brooker's just about on the jacks, down now, and we're about to come past the pit lane to see who got the jump. There's an Audi there, and I do not see that one. And where is Brooker in the pit still? I think we just about jumped him. We'll see how close that one was. Yeah, Brooker gets released now, and the green Audi in front is the one and that is us just going past there, so he has lost a bit of time in the traffic. I do believe I didn't change tyres as well, which struggled with towards the end of the race, and a couple of the cars seem to have got a jump too, so we've got a good jump there. There's a couple of cars between us, but you know, there's no discounting this man with his pace, and especially with this car too, so back to the action. Just a few laps in, I'm just struggling to get the car turned in. I think this is coming up onto lap 17, and let the Audi through. He was like ranked 4th in the lobby. He was always going to come through. I just do not want to lose any more time. So it wouldn't have mattered if I'd have let him through. He would have come through one way or the other. You know, he just had bags amount of pace over me. He was just struggling with grip at this point. But yeah, just try to play it smart. I think we're P5 at the minute. Coming up onto the end of lap 20, and Brooker's made up quite a lot of time on us all through. Just lap pace has been pretty good on us, but he's not going to like me for sure in this one. So this is where Brooker sort of loses touch of us a little bit. And we're coming through lap turn 1, turn 2, and as we all know what the Beetle is capable, it's gone wide, it's snapped a little bit, and it's snapped back again. He's done really well not to put that in the wall and to get it going again. But I think that's where he obviously loses touch a little bit with us lot there. Still a good position, but yeah, very well drive not to put it in the wall there. But yeah, he isn't going to thank me for that one. But yeah, end of lap 22 now. Only a few more laps left, and the other Audi's all over our ass too. This is for, I was in P4, this is, I put the indicator on here, this is another, it wouldn't have mattered if I'd have let him through or not. Again, he would have just made his way through, and straight through on us there, no problems at all. Could not shake him, and you know, he would have made that position anyway. We just put the indicators on there to say thanks for letting him through, but again, he would have came through on us regardless of that really. I'm just trying to play it smart at this point and get the best result possible. But yeah, end of lap 22, that's the one. Back to the action. So another lap down, on to lap 24 of the race now. Only a few laps to go, and we've got an Aston Martin that's been flying behind us. We are struggling for grip. The guy is super quick, and he's going to just send it up the inside here. Again, there was absolutely nothing we could have done. He would have come through at some point or another, so another position down, unfortunately. But yeah, well, that puts us into position 6, I believe. And the Aston going through the S is like an absolute champ. However, the Aston does come a cropper. If you want to talk about unlucky, then yeah, we'll stay tuned and we'll see what happens to P5. So just coming up onto the end of that lap now, we know how much of a pain in the ass this corner is, and there's a car sideways in front. The Aston picks a lane, the car, it just accelerates, and there's absolutely nowhere where that Aston could go. That is super unfortunate for him. I mean, we gained a position one way or the other, but it's never how you like to see that bloody happen. Let's have a look what the Aston saw. So the Aston's in a great position here. He does see the Audi ahead. He's going to try and go for the gap on the outside, and there's nothing he could do last second there with the Audi then accelerating. It just closed the door on him. He's lost a few positions with some pretty bad damage. Back to the action, and that 488 in front is going to be a bit of a menace. Okay, we're on the second to last lap now, and coming up onto a back marker being blue flagged here as well. It's the McLaren. I believe Brooker got stuck behind on the outlaps too, and we're just going to come up to a tricky section here. It's never where you want to catch a car. I don't know if it goes wide or whatnot, but we do manage to make it through there, along with the 488 behind him. And again, we did message each other after the race because it was just a fantastic finish, you know. A lot of respect to that bloke. We both. I didn't want to give any more positions up at this bloody point, you know, given that they already lost time. So yeah, we're going to fight this one out onto the very last lap now. So back to the action. So yeah, last lap now. Last little section coming up onto sector 3. I'm going to defend the inside here, so there's gives me an optimal line through there. The 488 is on the side there. He has got onto the curbs a little bit, and it's just a straight run now down into the last couple of corners. Yeah, it's been a good race up until here. We're way above our rank where we should be in the LFM Motorsport lobby. I think even Brooker finished where he should have been. However, you know, if he hadn't have had the accident now, I'm sure he would have overtaken us all here. But yeah, it's as close as you like to this bit. The 488 doing everything you can to be in my mirrors. We're going to pull off to the left here, try and defend the inside corner. And you can't see it quite yet, but the 488 is on our right hand side here. We're checking the room and it's just a straight track strip up to the line. Let's have a look from a different perspective, just how close that. Coming past the sausage curb now into the very last corner. And yeah, the 488 has got some great drive out of this last section here. If you can see on the cam now just how close it is between us when we cross this line. I couldn't believe I managed to hold the position, but yeah, that's a finish to the race, guys, it really is. So yeah, as close as you like for a finish on that one, and I was quite convinced that he actually got me over the line. However, the Delta kept put me in P5, Kingston P6, and Brooker managing to keep up and make a place as well at the end, I think with the Aston with the damage, so he got P7. However, I would like to point out that he would have probably beaten both of us if he hadn't have got a bit sideways there. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody that continues to come support. I know we've been doing the live streams. We have a lot more of these videos that we're going to get going, but again, if anyone's got any advice with video editing stuff, please pop it in the comments below. It's massively helpful. We'll give a big shout out to Brooker Gaming too. His link will be in the description below. It's always great racing with him because we're always nose to bumper. He's either winning, I'm either winning. He's a good bloke to race with, and you know when you give that respect and that room on track, you can always have a great race. And as it happens, I have got a lot more recordings of me and him racing one another just as tight, and he does get the better of me on a few occasions of them too, which I will be putting up as soon as humanly possible. And with that said, with the LFM Low Fuel Motorsport lobby as well, all the blokes that were in this lobby, you can see the names up on the side there. Fantastic, big respect to you all. Everyone drove pretty cleanly, in my opinion, and it's what makes racing fun is driving with people that are like-minded and give the room to race. So big thank you to anyone that may watch it that was in the lobby. Massive respect for you, and yeah, we'll try and get another video up in the next couple of days, hopefully of me and Brooker again, and we've got a few more coming up there. But just a big thank you to everyone that came into the live streams over the Super Sprint season. A big thank you to FRL, massive thank you to all the teammates that popped in too. But yeah, everyone that come in and supported and commented, it hasn't gone unnoticed. It's what makes me want to do it even more. So with that said, thank you everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, peace and love.